Peter,
Hello.
Anspach, thank you so much for sitting down with me for a moment with Meg.
Happy to sit.
Yeah, let's sit down.
No, just kidding.
Thank
We're standing.
you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited to talk to you.
Yeah,
And get into
likewise.
it.
Likewise.
It's funny that we're recording here at Northlands in New Hampshire because we live a few blocks apart from each other in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I'm super excited that I got to talk to you on this tour because it has been lit from the beginning.
Thank you.
Truly energized.
Yeah.
How has it felt from your perspective?
It's been awesome. We're having a lot of fun, and the music has been very exploratory. So I'm just excited. It's a long tour right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it can never be over, and I'd be stoked. Yeah.
That's the way you want to feel, though, right?
Totally. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. In a lot of ways, we're just hitting our stride. It's like Cotter's now like played some of the songs like more than once,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
in a live scenario. So like he's feeling more confident, and that's awesome. You know, we're all like feeding off the new energy, and it's great.
You can feel it. And
Yeah.
you said that but you've been playing a lot of exploratory music. Is that something that's been intentional on your part?
I would say it just kind of happens that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe less intentional and more just like, okay, wow, cool spaces are arising.
Yeah.
Due to patience and, being relaxed. So
what do you think's been contributing to that? Like the patience and relaxation, or just like...
Yeah, I think it's just the atmosphere that's happening right now with the band is very joyful and chill.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's just, I don't know, but good things are bubbling up. Which is always a great thing because you don't want to have to be stressing on stage about like making something happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's when nothing good happens.
Yeah, well, you can feel that.
Yeah.
You feel that from the audience, and I'm so glad I get to talk to you now because you have played one of my favorite jams of the year
Already.
in the Denver Madhuvan.
Okay, thanks.
Oh my God, I'm so stoked to talk to you about this because it was so weird right off the bat, and then you kind of found melody organically out of that. And it felt like you really embraced darkness in a way that I haven't heard you do a lot before. I'd love to hear about that jam from your perspective.
Thank you. All right. So yeah, it was an interesting thing. At set break, we were like talking about like, okay, like what can we do to like, get like more exploratory and like do different stuff.
Yeah.
Ironically. And then, and nobody had an answer. Like nobody knew what to do. So we were like, I don't know, let's just go out there and get weird. And like, it's good to have these spaces. Like the Modon Jam is a good one because you have, there's a point in the jam where it's just like a free space, like kind of anyone could play anything.
Yeah.
Where everything dissolves. So starting from like that blank zone is really, it lends itself to a lot of creativity because you could come up with anything. And then if everyone starts following along, it's like, wow, you could be playing something together that it's so weird and dissonant and bizarre. And those moments are amazing,
Amazing.
Yeah. So looking to find more of those moments, within all the music, all the catalog. And, I think that was like a really special jam, just embracing the weirdness. And then it's cool. We're getting into like some more dissonant spaces and where it feels like we can just hang out more than we have in the past. Like we're just kind of like, we're good to hang out in those spaces and it feels good.
You can definitely hear that. There's such great communication between all of you right now on stage. It's really exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Another thing I've been dying to ask you is that one thing that I think has been really key to Goose's success is your engagement with the audience and your enthusiasm as a performer. It's totally infectious. And I want to know if that comes natural to you. Like, were you a theater kid? Were you always performing? Or is this something that you've kind of like grown into?
Yeah, so my sister was actually a theater kid.
Really?
Yeah, she majored in college in theater. So like that was her thing. And I would always go to see her shows when I was younger. And she's like 14 years older than me. She's a half sister, but we're very close. And so she was in high school when I was like a little kid, and I would go to all her shows, like go down and see the Pit and everything that was going on. And then I didn't find my way to theater in the same way. I did some acting when I was younger, but then didn't like find my way in the same way she did because I was just way more focused on like, I want to play rock and roll.
Yeah.
And once I kind of had that bug, it was like no turning back. And that was just kind of where it led. And I feel like I am so much my mom's son and like, my sister, like big influences on me, and they have such charisma and enthusiasm. whenever they're in front of people or just in general. That's just who they are. So I feel like that's who I am too. And it just like it on stage is just that it's just me, I guess.
Well, that's what comes across. Like, it's very authentic, which I think is like, people really want that in their artists.
Well,
you know?
hey, I mean, I'm happy to just be myself and be accepted for being myself.
Yes.
You know, that's great.
That's awesome. So great. Yeah. So one thing that I've noticed, Trevor sounds higher in the mix.
Okay.
Have you noticed that? Is that
I have.
intentional?
I have.
What do you think? I know you work on a lot of the audio.
Yeah, so I mix the cap shows, and like the Chateau jams and stuff. And I definitely put Trevor higher in the mix just by my own preference.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I think Eric has also started to do the same, on like board mixes for this year. So
it sounds different. Yeah,
it's just coming right through.
He sounds awesome, really melodic, and like in conversation with Rick a lot in a way that's been really cool.
I think Trevor just in general is playing way different than he has ever before.
It seems that way.
Yeah, he's like got a lot more confidence and it's coming out.
That's so exciting.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so I have two last questions for you that I'm asking everyone here at Northlands.
Okay.
And that is, what's been going on in your life that's been inspiring you lately?
This is a great question. I think, well, my girlfriend Becky, she has been DJing a lot.
Yes, shout out Rivka Ruth.
Yeah, Rivka Ruth, DJ Rivka Ruth. So I have been like going to her shows and like taking photos, and that's been super inspiring. The music that she plays, like me doing photography, which I always have loved. It's like a deep passion of mine. So getting to do that and like, you know, going to a concert as the photographer is like a lot different than as a musician or even the concert goer. So
do you get like stage parent feels? Like, are you nervous for her when she's performing? Are you
excited?
Totally.
Yeah? I'm so nervous for her song when she's performing because I feel like she's been like DJing for like a year, maybe a little more than a year. And
that's it? I didn't know that.
I know.
Wow.
She's like getting really, really good, like really fast. And, it's just awesome to see.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. My last question is, tell me about a time that you took a risk artistically and whether or not it was successful, what'd you learn from it?
Yeah. I think I did a river rafting trip with my friend Ethan, last summer, and it was for a drift, which is like basically, and what was the name of the thing? Okay. So anyway, it was a drift and it was like a rafting thing, and we sold tickets. It was like 25 people came on this trip.
How amazing.
And Ethan and I played acoustically every night.
No
and
way.
Something I had never done was like really just be like, hey, like this is like my show, you know?
That's
so
really cool.
And because like Ethan was backing me up, and that was like a total risk for me, and I think it paid off very well because I had so much fun, and everyone who came on the trip, it was a blast. And the nature was beautiful. Everything about it was so special.
Sounds really intimate.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was something I would definitely like to do more of, like kind of building trips or an excursion, but also playing, you know, like kind of doing both at once. Because I love the outdoors. I love playing. Yeah, it's great.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Peter, thank you so much for sitting down with me. This has just been an awesome moment with Meg, and I really appreciate you taking the time on your busy tour.
Moment with Meg, who looks great, by the way. Look at this outfit.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You got it.